Hello friends. Welcome to AJS. In today's video we will talk about second Saturn opposition to Saturn square part 2. That is part of this cycle for these people. Suddenly, for no accountable reason, they shrug off their social persona and fly into the wind. Others are suspicious and often jealous of the sudden adventurousness of their contemporary, but perhaps fail to understand that it is not madness, or selfishness, or even irresponsibility, but necessity that pushes a 40-something person to relive a lost youth. The fourth Jupiter return at 48 heralds new potential and growth. It being the only other major cyclic activity, Jupiter is accented. It can reactivate an interest in travel, education and career goals. One has reached a prime age for stable and consistent growth and can be rejuvenated. Courage rises, giving the impetus to take risks in life. If life has moved relatively smoothly, this is the age in which one can realize the greatest power in one's chosen field, setting the stage for a long and satisfying phase right through the second Saturn return. It is a deeply philosophical period in life, when introspection and contemplation are absolutely necessary. This inward turning can threaten long-standing relationships because no stone is left unturned. Women, having left behind their childbearing years, have time to contemplate their own direction and future. If the previous cycle did not mark a completion of immediate family or relationship responsibilities, then this will occur definitely and finally at this stage. The unlived life begins to demand attention. More often than not, a woman's life to this point has been one of management and nurturing, of caring for others. She now has more time to look to her own individual needs. This can be both terrifying and liberating. The tendency for a woman who has only just begun to develop the side of her nature, which is self-centered rather than other-oriented, is to feel guilt about this newfound freedom. In midlife one often experiences one's undeveloped side. In the case of the traditional female paradigm, a woman's outreach for assurance from outside the family unit can result in deeply ambivalent feelings. However, as she acclimatizes, she feels less guilty about personal success. Many women will advance their education or retrain, entering the world of success-oriented industry. Others, however, will continue to rule their families like aging generals, unable to let go gracefully and develop the other side of themselves. Men frequently find their feelings surfacing in ways which are foreign. Traditionally, the man must provide for his family. His training is such that feelings are to be shelved, compartmentalized and, unfortunately, often alienated from his integrity. Boys are not encouraged to express emotion, and men are definitely not to cry when their proposal to the board of directors is summarily dismissed. This all changes with the emotional uprising that occurs at the Saturn opposition, though the process actually began at the previous stage, at age 37. As previously stated, the midlife is not an event but a rather lengthy process, even extending itself into the early 50s. The running up of emotional need and desire that can conflict with socially imposed norms is confusing, alarming and deeply unsettling. At 50, Saturn forms a trine to itself, facilitating an integration of opposites. Physical youth has definitely passed, but personal vitality has a resurgence. Array solved. Relatively uncomplexed 50-year-old individual glows with personal vivacity and security. Rather than resignation, a sense of contentment with maturity is possible. Guys, this is last part of the video. If you like our video, please do not forget to click the subscribe button below. See you soon with the next part of this video. Until then, have a good night.